Díadíomh a chairde tá fear na fáilte roimh ag FleadhFest cura fiche hain. In this programme, I'll be speaking to various people from throughout County Derry, and I would like to welcome firstly Brendan Malloy. Brendan, what is your role within Comhaltas in County Derry?
Well, I'm the chairman or chairperson of the County Board of Comhaltas. My role would be to chair county board meetings and oversee, along with my fellow officers and members of the county board, oversee Comhaltas activities and strategise for Comhaltas within County Derry and the city.
And what did it mean to Comhaltas members in County Derry to have hosted Fleadh Cheoil in 2013, do you think?
Oh, well, I mean, it was absolutely brilliant for Comhaltas members. I mean, what it actually done, it was a statement, and a statement of intent, and let people know that Comhaltas is alive and well, and the Irish arts are thriving, not only throughout the country, but throughout Derry and County Derry. And I mean, it gave great opportunities, you know, for our young people. We had School Extra, which I'm sure many people know is the school where people can come and learn the instruments, any instrument. They can learn dancing and they can learn the language. And there were bursaries given out. There were great opportunities for all our musicians and dancers. Our musicians got to play on massive gig rigs, various concerts and events throughout the city. And it was an opportunity for those people to showcase themselves, and especially the young people. And, you know, it was great for the people too, because for years, you know, Siobhan, we travelled the length and breadth of this country and tried to keep you entertained in cars while we travelled to Fleadh Cheoil the Herons. And for once we were at home, we were showing our city, our county, and we were showing it off to the world. And I mean, it was just brilliant. It was and there's a legacy here now that the Irish arts and Comhaltas is thriving in the area. And, you know, so it was absolutely phenomenal what went on.
I would agree with you. I mean, Fleadh Cheoil was phenomenal for the county as well as the city. And you did mention there that there was a legacy afterward, and that the Irish arts as a result are still very much thriving throughout the county. And I suppose moving forward then from that legacy, what would you like to see for the future of Comhaltas as an organisation in County Derry?
Well, I think there's a saying in Comhaltas, the living tradition. And it is a living tradition. But people like myself and people of my generation now have to know when it's time to take a step back, move aside, and let the younger people and come on and learn the skill and learn the art of organising and of passing on, and of the strategy will always be there. But it's important that there are people coming along behind us. And when I say younger people, I mean, I'm not talking of necessarily teenagers or 20, which is very important to bring those people along. But I'm talking about people in their 30s and 40s and have time and energy to give and devote, and skills. Because, I mean, COVID has taught us something a very, very important lesson, in my opinion. We have to improvise. And Comhaltas, I feel, have improvised very well in the county. You look, perfect example, Siobhan, you done classes online, you done festivals online. Yeah. And before that, it was unheard of. So we have to develop, but we have to bring people along. And I'm sure that the way we worked in my time, there's a new time and a new generation coming. And it will be different, but the ethos and the end product will still be the same. So I think it's important that we start moving toward that, and for other people to come on board too.
Definitely. It's all about inclusion, bringing young people forward. And as you say, the ethos will remain the same even when the circumstances might change. So thank you very much for your insight today. Gur míle maith.
Thank you, Sean.
And now we have a group of musicians from County Derry giving us a set of reels called The Hollybush, Miss McLeod's and Jackie Coleman's. So talking with me now, I'm delighted to welcome Cormac Mitchell, Secretary of the County Derry Board of Comhaltas Units and member of the Loop. Thanks for coming in, Cormac.
Thanks for having me.
How long have you been involved in Comhaltas, and could you tell us a bit more about the role that you have in the organisation?
Basically, I sort of started in Comhaltas from a young age, probably about 7 or 8. Started out in the Loop music classes, I think I was started out in around 2000. So I've just been involved really ever since, all through the years in the FLAs and the music classes every week that we would have had on a Tuesday night, and then the sessions down around home. And then obviously getting involved as things went on as I got older. We've been playing in groups and competitions, meeting lots of people and enjoying the social aspect as well as the music. I started out learning the tin whistle and the fiddle when I was younger, and then moved on to the flute then later on. And basically as I got older then I was asked to get involved then at the branch level, to help out organising classes and organising events that we would have had locally, and then eventually that sort of led on to get involved in the county board as well. So I was asked to help out and become county secretary. So that basically involves helping out with the membership every year, organising that end of things for each of the branches, and then also the key thing is organising the county FLA along with the host branch and the rest of the county board. So there's a lot of preparations that go into that and making sure everything runs smooth and that there's no hiccups on the day.
Well, we hope, but I've seen you in action and you are a very, very busy man at branch level and county level. But could you describe some of the highlight Comhaltas events that you've been involved in, Cormac?
I think we've been involved in workshops and things in our own branch that were very enjoyable. Getting musicians from all across the country to come in and run workshops for different instruments for all the youngsters, and I think you sort of enjoy seeing them flourish at that, seeing new styles of music from other parts of Ireland and different wee tips that they pick up from that. So we've organised that. Obviously the FLAs themselves and that we had in the loop back in 2014, 15, 16, I was heavily involved in them because they were the local branch, and we enjoyed running parades and concerts for them events, it was nice organised and all that, and seeing them run off successfully. And then obviously the county board as well, I think we've done fundraisers and stuff over the last number of years, and we had county board trips down to Dublin, which was very enjoyable, and getting everybody from across the county together and having a day out. And then they always ended up in headquarters down in Dublin, Comhaltas headquarters for a session. So we had very enjoyable experiences down there as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's as you said, it's great to be involved in all the various aspects of the organisation and trips and parades and FLAs and classes. But you did mention there the young people and the opportunities that they would get through Comhaltas, and I'm sure you'll agree there are so many activities available to young people these days, as well as the prominence of technology. How would you encourage youngsters to become actively involved in Comhaltas then?
Well, I think the first thing is get involved in your local branch. Go to the lessons and pick up your skills and improve yourself as a musician. And then as you get older, try and get involved in helping the younger ones behind you. Get involved in teaching, helping organising the classes and the sessions, especially like junior sessions. It's a good wee space for people to develop and even develop themselves as people, become leaders and stuff within their community. Obviously nowadays with COVID-19 it's been difficult, and there's technologies that we're able to use. Zoom lessons and online concerts and things are great outlays as well for showing off your skills and keeping things going within branches. But I think it's hard to beat the in-person sessions, classes. It's really the key to getting enjoyment out of it for everybody. It's just not the same over the video calls and things, but definitely get involved in your local branch, and from there you'll develop and get more and more friends out of it.
Well, Gura Mila Mayogat, Cormac, and I wish you all the best with your endeavours at county level and in the loop. Thanks again.
Thanks, Siobhan.
And now I'm delighted to welcome Tyrone man who's been living in Mahara for many years, a fiddle player and a singer, who sometimes does both at the same time. Mick McElkenny, you're very welcome.
And thank you very much.
And could you tell us, Mick, about some of your earliest memories of Comhaltas?
Well, Comhaltas was started it was going during my time, and we had I always looked forward to going to the All-Irelands and the Fleadhs, and the Ulster Fleadhs, and it was a great time. I remember going down to Derry, and the five of us went down one night, and we were a bit late in going down, and we couldn't get any place to do accommodation.
Yes.
So we pulled in front of a row of houses, and we slept there all night. And the next morning, the good lady of the ban of tea of the house came out, and she invited us, five of us, and gave us a big breakfast.
Sure, you couldn't beat that.
And you couldn't beat it. And more power to the people that lived in all these areas where the venues, where the Fleadh Cheoil is being held. They're very cooperative and helpful to the people that come in for the duration of the Fleadh.
And I mean, that's the Comhaltas
spirit.
That's the
spirit
ethos.
of
and I suppose you've also been involved with Comhaltas in County Derry as well, Mick. So could you tell us about that?
I'm a member of the South Derry Newbridge Comhaltas branch, and I look forward to meeting people. And it's a community thing. And a lot of people came from other branches as well for the night's music and singing.
And how long have you been involved with Comhaltas in County Derry?
In County Derry, I say about 1990 or so.
And what was your role? Did you have a
No,
branch role, or were you
I wasn't
playing
a member.
music?
I was just a member. I wasn't
Yes.
associated with the running of it, but I supported it as best I could.
Which is just as important, playing the
yes,
tunes and having the Cheoil agus crack.
And there's an awful, terrible lot of members now that are going to the rest. God have mercy on their souls. I have happy memories of them. When I play a bit of music sometimes, I maybe break into a tune that some of my members that are dead and gone, it reminds me of them, when I play a few tunes.
Yeah. And
it's a good way to remember them,
oh,
by music,
definitely. Just a nice way to reminisce
sure.
and remember, as you say. And do you think Comhaltas has changed much since you first joined?
It's very much improved. Like it was a small, at the beginning it's like taking the first step, you build it up, and it's just known all over the world now. The Comhaltas, the Irish Comhaltas.
Yes, well, global, isn't it? A global organisation.
It's good to see it on television there, watch recordings of it. And, I remember meeting all friends when I was working there. Maybe friends. I met Geordie Hanna, who's a traditional singer,
yes.
And I met him in different places, and Geordie would be singing amongst the crowd there.
Yeah.
It was lovely. But he wasn't the only one, but there's many other ones as well.
Oh, yes.
Now there's a book out on Geordie's singing and his life story. And it's very interesting and worth it reading.
Yeah, I mean, like you meet so many people through the music and the singing.
Sure.
Like you said, and I think we've spoke today about Comhaltas being a family.
Oh, it's a family.
And a tight
well
knit.
That, it's the people that are living in the area, or the towns, as I mentioned there before, how good they are, how supportive they are, and helpful for people coming into for the duration of the Fleadh. It's the people that are living there.
Yeah, it's all about the people on the ground, isn't it?
Yes.
Like yourself. Well, look, Mick, thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you'll come down again to Studio 2 for a session.
Please God.
We Hislegia in the not too distant future. Gura mila mai agad.
God of my Galir.
Curran Falcha Rova Liggi ar Daglis Nevo and Garin Shaw. You're very welcome. My name is Donald McKeown. I'm the Bishop of the Diocese of Derry, and we're here in this wonderful building, St. Eugene's Cathedral.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you will as well. The band are one of the best of traditional music, progressive song, accompaniment, tradition, all on one stage here tonight.
Sinné inis a chearde, that's us now. Gur míle mai agah, thank you for joining us, agus slán a bhaile.